And good afternoon, and welcome to the best radio show, well, besides the Jukebox with Mark.
I know, you were about
Then I could keep going, though, because all the shows on WARA are great. Well, welcome to Through the Static. I am Stephen the Medium, and I am here with a handsome guy next to me. Who are you?
Oh, me?
No, Mark.
Oh, I'm talking about. I was going to say, I don't like a lot of compliments, but say more.
Help me.
Coach Elix here.
Coach Elix
I'm doing
is here.
great.
And Mr. Mark producing the show is here, and I almost had a conniption because we're next door doing Facebook Live as always. And Mark did tell me that each week the commercials run longer, shorter, and if they run shorter, we have less time. And I think this is the first time that Mark ever came in, swung the door open, was like,
"Get in the room.
The show's about to start
without you."
Yeah, exactly, and no one's there, so it was a little bit. But so there's a couple things. So we always do Facebook Live before the show for anyone who's on Facebook, and it's a lot of fun. People tune in, we get to chat and ask questions. But up until last week, all of a sudden now, Spirit has changed the game with me, and they're starting readings on Facebook Live, which I love. But, I was always kind of like focused, right, on Facebook Live, chatting, saying hi to everybody with my ADHD and not being able to get a sentence out because every time I see a new person come on, I'm like, oh, hi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, last week, it changed. I started, some Spirit stepped forward. Then today, out of nowhere, I'm prepared to start doing readings on the show, and I look on Facebook Live and I see Angela, who says she's listening from Arizona, and right away Spirit started. So her son was coming through, grandparents coming through. It's a great thing. I love it.
Well, that's what the show is about. It's
is
called Through the Static, which means it's about Spirit coming through.
It is. So I have a very big announcement for anybody local, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire. So I am going to be doing an event on July 26th, and it is from 7 to 9, and it's going to be at the Elks in Attleboro.
But it's not just an event.
No,
what is it?
I'm really, really excited. So I wanted to do something that, because I'm in Attleboro with the show, with WARA, and we live next town over in Norton, but I wanted to give back to the community and wanted to make sure that the tickets were reduced. So this is a very special, how I put on the flyer, summertime happening, but for me it's the first annual giving back to the community event. So the tickets are only $25 per person, and I'm going to do a raffle there, right? We're going to do a raffle for a free reading, which is really exciting. And you can get tickets on my website at stephenthemedium.com. But it's going to be terrific.
So, but this is the first of what we expect to be an annual event, giving back to the community. So this is the first annual giving back to the community event. And we want all of you
to come
be part of that event.
Exactly.
Mark, you included.
That's right. Oh, he's going to be there. Yeah.
You better be there.
And Mama Clock, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Hope. But so it's already on my website, so you can already purchase tickets. It went up last night. I haven't done any advertisement yet. I'll do that when we get home tonight on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I was going to say on Yahoo, on YouTube.
And the other thing about that, because it's a special community rate, if I would recommend that you go and buy tickets. If you know you're coming and you want to go, buy tickets ASAP, because we cannot guarantee that we're going to have tickets at the door because it's limited space, and as soon as it sells out, we're not going to be able to sell more tickets.
I mean, I would probably say that we probably won't, so it's best just to go now. I know it's over a month away, but, the end of July is going to be here really quick, and if any of you have been to any of my events, I try to make them fun because there's a lot of emotions in these events. I'm giving messages from your loved ones, and I get across the room as much as I can, and I also am very deliberate to make sure I don't stay in a particular section, that I cross the room, and I think I do a good job, right, Elix?
You do a good job. And by the way, I was just looking at a comment on Facebook from Kayla that last time at the last event the tickets were sold out and she couldn't get tickets. And we do try to tell you people all the time, when Steven does events, they do sell out. So it's not that we don't want to sell tickets at the door; it's that they sell out.
No, the Crown Plaza went fast.
Right. So if you want to be, and we want you to join us in this event, it's going to be a fun event. You got to get tickets ASAP.
You know, the great thing is it's a Friday night, so it's like the beginning of the weekend. You know, even if you're not 2 minutes away from the Elks, just come, you know, bring your girlfriend, bring your boyfriend, whomever. The bar's going to be open, so it's going to be, right, drinks and messages from your loved ones. What's better than that?
What else do you need? Well, Mark would say a gooey donut.
No, French toast.
Oh, French toast.
He's a French toast guy.
Well, he's a meat and potatoes guy.
Oh, that's
Let's
true.
not forget that.
That's very true. Yeah, it's very true. But so I will put this on my Facebook. I'll put it on Instagram, and of course, in the next couple of weeks, every week before the event happens, I will be making sure that I will give an update, make sure that people are getting tickets. But it's just, it's a fun event. It's the events that I've done. The last larger one I did was in February, because the others have been smaller, like 50. When I did We Don't Die, I think it was 100 and something. I don't remember, but it was great. And you know,
they're always fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? I try to be deliberate also when I'm with someone, because you know everyone's listening, and I want to make sure people are sort of pulled into it. And I always tell people when I do these events that every time I'm with somebody, Spirit will piggyback. There's one microphone, but they'll piggyback on each other, and someone else in the room, or many, many times, many people in the room are actually getting readings, and not, even though I'm not with them. So in other words, if I start with, you know, there's a gentleman named Billy who's in Spirit, and someone raises their hand, and that's their dad, and I go to them and I'm reading them, but yet there's another person that has Billy as a grandfather, or Billy as a son that they lost. When those other people that I'm not actually reading listen, I guarantee you there's going to be messages for you guys too, because that's what happens with Spirit. They know I can't get to every single person, so they'll take advantage and say, you know what, let's say something that sort of hits everybody, that connects with all the people that lost to Billy. And it's and you know, I've been at events before I knew I was a medium, right, Elix? Mm-hmm. And I remember I was at an event, and this guy came through, David, and he took his life, and I'm looking at Elix like, that's my best friend, that's my best friend. And it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 validations. I'm like, no, that's me. You know, but you know, the medium was already with somebody else. But as I listened, it was clearly messages from my best friend. So,
and by the way, I see a lot of people on Facebook Live asking about the date again. It's Friday, July 26th, 7 to 9. And again, for more information, go to StevenTheMedium.com. That's where you can get information, and you can buy tickets as well.
But you know what? Let me just tell you that when you look at any of these sort of events, it's very rare to find an event that's $25. Right? I mean,
well,
it's just
a special
nothing against anybody
right?
else, and I've had events that are not $25 either, that are higher. But so this is a great opportunity to have a great night, to, you know,
give back to the community.
Well, exactly. And,
pay it forward.
And just laugh, and you never know if Spirit's going to come through for you. And again, there's going to be a bar, and the Elks. This is my first event at this Elks in Attleboro, but I have to tell you, the people I've dealt with so far are absolutely terrific, and just, you know, receptive, and just whatever I want. And I get the feeling that they do that for everybody who does events there at that Elks. So we will take a break, 508-222-1320, and when I come back, I'm going to take some calls. And welcome back to Through the Static. Coach Elix is looking at me like...
Yeah, because, we were talking about the event, but I also forgot to remind everyone that next week I'm not going to be here, and that you people better take care of Steven because he's already in panic mode. He doesn't know what to eat.
No, my stomach's in panic mode. But let me tell you, though, next week when Coach Elix is not going to be here, I have a guest. And guess what? I mean, I know
she's really awesome.
But she's real. I mean, I know
That's
everyone
right.
in Facebook are like, oh, it's going to be another doll because I've brought in Brady Bunch dolls. I've brought in... Rocket dolls.
And you're proud of
I have
this?
issues. Well,
you do have issues.
Yeah, I mean, are you new here? You've been with me 26 years. You know that I do have issues, right? I mean, I still haven't brought my Britney Spears doll in yet, so
oh, please don't.
That's coming. But no, next week I have an actual live. This is so cool. This is the first time on the show. She's a medium, and she's going to come, and we're going to have the best time. Having a great show. So I was so excited when she said yes, and it's going to be terrific. She's got great energy, and she's really, really talented as a medium. So I'm sad that you won't be here to get to
You're
watch.
Sad that I won't be here.
Well, no, to watch
but I'll watch. I mean,
the dynamic. So
of course, and I know who she is. So I'm really happy that she's coming.
All right, I'm going to take calls because Coach Elix is being mean to me. the callers are nice to me. Hello, this is Steven. Hello, this is Steven. Hi.
Hello.
Who's this?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Larissa. Hi.
Hey, Larissa. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm
for you in the Facebook Live.
I know. Well, that's a great thing, right? I love getting to do that because I love sort of doing the prep before the show. I'm kind of like talking slow, Larissa, because there's spirits stepping forward. There's such a huge energy from a grandmother that's with you always, all the time. So you have you have two grandmothers crossed or just one?
Well, both passed.
Okay, I wasn't really sure if both, because there's one, there's the your mom's mom. His energy is huge, and she's stepping forward. Larissa, did somebody connected to you do like volunteer work or some kind of charity work? I either someone who either crossed, that's no longer here in the physical earth that's connected to you, or somebody here, or are you going to, or did you go to something? Or I keep getting the symbol for volunteering or like a fundraiser or something. Is nothing you can think about like that connects to that?
Well, yeah, actually, I was thinking to go and volunteer for a dog shelter.
So who was going to go volunteer?
Me. I was thinking, since I moved from Puerto Rico to Alabama and I have spare time, I'm not working yet, so I was planning to go to, some kind of volunteer at church or a dog shelter.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, Larissa. So just know, it's just it's abuela, it's your grandmother just telling you that she knows, and she knows about the move, and it your grandmother just said to me, tell my granddaughter it takes time to settle in, and because she says right now it's there's a lot of I don't know about this place, but because it's a huge culture change, and so it's your grandmother just letting you know that she's watching you and she's with you and thinks the best thing that you could do is to do that volunteering. Larissa, where do the two kids come in?
Two kids?
Who has two kids? Are you? What was that?
I have two sons.
Okay, and a girl also, or just the two boys?
No, No, 2 boys.
Oh, so there's the 2 kids. Okay, I got it. So it's just Grandma just giving that as a validation to let you know that she's watching over both of them also. Is there who's military? Like who's government or government or military or government? I keep seeing an ID, and it like at first I thought it was military, but then it makes me. But the more I look at it, Larissa, it looks like it looks like someone works for the government or worked for the government, like for the city government, federal government, or something to do with government.
No idea, really, right now.
Okay, just keep it with you. So your husband's with you in Alabama?
Yep.
Did he ever think about or work for a local town or somebody connected to him work in like a police or fireman or why am I get pulled towards him, Larissa, and I keep getting like government, something with town, city, state, nothing that you can think of with your husband?
Not really.
Okay, so just keep it with you, Larissa. It could be someone that was connected to your husband that already crossed, like grandparents or somebody else that worked, and it's connected to him. It's definitely him because I just asked and got pulled towards him. And there's who's the C or K name connected to him, like Chris or Kevin or where's the C or K name come in connected to him?
C or K?
Mm-hmm. Think, Larissa. Come on, you can do this. All right, just keep it with you if it doesn't come. It will come. I don't know. The boys are not a C or K, first name, middle name. I keep getting in between you and your husband. But Christian, who, Larissa, you just keep it with you with your husband. Does your husband have a big family?
Yeah, he has a big family.
Okay, because they show me 8 around your husband. So August or the 8th of a month. There's a connection.
Yeah, his birthday is on the 8th.
His birthday's on the 8th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that would be a nice connection. Larissa, it's just a way to let you know that your husband's loved ones are stepping forward and just giving a validation to him. So I just heard your grandmother say, as soon as you realize who the Kevin Chris, the CK name is, you're going to be like, oh, my God. So just make sure you keep it with you and do that volunteer work because it's going to be very helpful to where you are and because you're going to be there for a little bit. So they're just spirits just making sure that they're checking on you. So, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, lots of love, Larissa. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
He's gonna take a la.
And welcome back to Through the Static. Let me just get right to the calls. Hello, this is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. This is Bernadette.
Hi, Bernadette. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to cry.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. This is a great thing. This is a good thing. And, Bernadette, you've got such great energy here. So let me start tuning into wow, Bernadette, there's a lot going on here with you. There's Bernadette, where does the dad figure come in for you that's crossed?
My uncle just passed away. He was the last of my dad's brothers.
Oh my God. So wow. So I'm sorry to hear that. And your dad is already crossed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bernadette, just know that who's the Ed or Elizabeth? Who's the E connected here? I just heard your father. It could be middle name, but it sounds like Edward or Edna or Elizabeth. Think.
He has a sister left, and her name is Ernestine.
Oh, there it is. Wow. So, but wait a minute. So she's the last one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because he just showed me the one. So they're all giving. Hold on, Bernadette. They're all giving validations for their last sister. Bernadette, one thing you have to know is that when I tune into your father and his family, and again, I'm sorry about your uncle, I cannot even really talk to them because they're laughing so hard. They're having the best time and want to make sure you know that they're at peace. And when your uncle came in, all of them were just like it was a party. It was like a reunion. Like he was away and he just came in, and I have never had this in spirit happen to me before. But your uncle just said your father brought me to when your uncle crossed over and when they all met him, and I just kept hearing your uncle say, "This is so cool. This is so cool," and just having a great time not only with family but where he is in spirit. Where's Mary? Mary? Who's Mary?
That doesn't even ring a bell, Mary.
Mary Ellen, Mary Beth. There's a Mary. It could be living, connected to you, Bernadette, or it could be cross. But there's sometimes, I'm not really sure why, but sometimes they'll give me, is it Mary or is it Mark? It's an MR name. Marilyn?
Yep.
There's an MR name.
I have a cousin, Mary.
Okay. Who's still here?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes Spirit just wants to give validations to our loved ones who are still living, just sort of like a big shout out. Wait a minute, Bo? Is cousin Mary on your mother's side?
No, she's on my father. She's my second cousin.
She's on Dad's side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, there's also there's another MR name on your mom's side stepping forward, and there's a mom figure stepping forward. So is this mom or is this grandmother for you?
My mom. It could be my mom. My mom has passed over. We never got to meet her mother.
Okay.
Passed away at 3, so
okay, so it's also your mom letting you know that she's here. My whole body's like filled with cancer. There's something with cancer.
My dad had kidney cancer.
Okay, so it's just going back and forth between your dad and your mom. There's also Lori or Larry. Who's the L that I keep hearing?
Lester, maybe Lester, my Uncle Lester.
Okay, and Uncle Lester is crossed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bernadette, this is like a family reunion, not for them, but for you too. They're all just making sure you know that they're around, and they also just said that happy birthday or anniversary. There's something really close for you.
No, May, June, July, August, no.
Just you say and Dad says There's a birthday or an anniversary that's really close. 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. It could be an anniversary of death or somebody's like mom, dad. There's some kind of anniversary or birthday, or it could be a graduation. But there's some kind of celebration that your father's telling me about.
We just had my baby sister's birthday.
Oh well, there it is, Bernadette. When was it?
Oh. It was the 13th of June.
Oh, so there it is. Yeah, I love you too, Bernadette. Like, no, move on, Stephen. That's not it. So it's imagine Dad and Mom just wanting to give a big celebration to your sister also. So are there 4 of you?
Oh, there's 8 of us.
Oh my God.
You said 8 at the beginning.
What was that? Coach Helix is interrupting me, Bernadette. You're going to have to reprimand him. That was the other call.
What's the other call?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's 4? I keep getting 4. There's something with either the 4th of a month. Like, first of all, it could be April, a birthday anniversary in April, or it could be the 4th of a month, like November 4th, May 4th. But there's a 4. Even though I keep getting pulled to it's kids, Bernadette. Did your mom or dad come? Did mom come from 4, or did someone have 4 kids? There's a 4. There's a 4 connection.
I would say my mom, she doesn't know that she had other brothers and sisters. You know, my grandmother lost those children, and she never knew. She always thought she was an orphan.
Oh,
My grandmother before she had her.
I bet it's I bet it's 4. I bet you that's what the connection is.
Yes, sir.
Was there a Bible somewhere?
I have a Bible, yes, sir.
But I mean, people have Bibles, but why are they giving a reference to the Bible? Did someone have a Bible handed down, or something special with the Bible, or something's in the Bible, Bernadette? Do you have like a specific, like a special bookmark, or there's something with the Bible that your mom keeps telling me, something special with the Bible? There's also something with the ring. What's the ring connection here with you? There's a ring that's either handed down or passed down, or your mother just said she knows the ring. The ring. Just keep it. If what was that, Bernadette?
I'm trying to think. The ring that she's talking about, my niece inherited her wedding rings, but I don't have anything of hers.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have it. It's just that she wants to give a validation to whoever does have her ring. So it's just making sure you know that she knows.
I'll let her. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, that your mom knows about it. There were a lot of leg issues, Bernadette. Who had the leg issues?
My mom, she had her leg amputated through diabetes.
Oh my God, Bernadette! Because I want to keep rubbing my legs like something's going on. So no, it's just a way that it's mom saying it really is me, Bernadette. It's really me. And she talks about the hair. Like did someone just get their hair done, or someone like a hair stylist, or what's the connection with your mother keeps talking about her hair, or the hair, something with the hair. So just keep it with you.
Okay.
If it
did they lose their hair, or just a new hair, or?
I don't know. She just keeps saying talk about the hair. So
my hair permed.
What was that?
I just had my hair permed.
Oh my God! You know what? Bernadette, that's exactly what it is. When I was doing Facebook Live, I kept getting someone with curlers, and I think on Facebook Live, if you go to it, I think I actually said that. It was just your mom probably already tuning in, saying that I'm going to start chatting with my daughter. So, and who's a lefty?
A lefty? My niece is a lefty.
Okay. Not many people are lefties, but it's just a way that she's giving, your mom's just giving that as a validation. There's also, Bernadette, a train. What's the train? I keep hearing the sound of a train.
Where we used to live, we lived on the east side of town, and there was a train near our house, and we loved the way it sounded. My mom loved it.
No, that it's a great way. It's a great memory that she's giving. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that a lot of times Spirit will give heartfelt memories. You know what, Bernadette? There was something with water, like a near drowning or a drowning. I'm in water.
Water, back when my brother was little, he nearly drowned in the Belton Lake.
Oh my God! But he didn't.
No, sir.
Wow, Bernadette. So just the reason why I have to bring this up, and your mom's like clapping, like she's like, oh, Bernadette needs to know. It's that when your brother had that near death and almost drowned, that your mom's saying now she knows that it was her loved ones. It was like her great grandmother and grandfather who made sure that they saved your brother. So it was sort of like spirit intervention to make sure that he'd be okay. Because you know what? Without that spirit intervention, this could have been something that went a whole different way, not in a good way. So
I agree.
So just know that. Were you just looking at pictures?
Yeah, on my phone.
Well, Bernadette, you make me laugh. But are they old pictures?
Yeah, they're old pictures from when my uncle, because, you know, he just passed away Memorial Day weekend, and I felt like I buried my dad all over again.
Oh, that's why I asked about the dad figure. So you got to know that when you were looking at that phone and looking at those pictures, it was just your uncle just standing next to you and hugging you. And Bernadette, watch for, you know when you get those little goose pimples or shivers in your body?
Yes.
Just because your uncle and your father just said, we've already done it to Bernadette, it's just a way to say that their souls are going right through you. They're with you, and there's also something on. Was somebody on oxygen?
Yes, my uncle was on oxygen. He was on hospice before he left.
Okay, so no, it's just letting you know that how much he loves you. And there's, I don't know what this is. It sounds like a nickname, like Bubble, Boo Boo, Bibby.
BB.
Who's BB?
That's me. They call me that. It's another name for me that they call me.
BB?
Or baby girl.
I love it. So Bernadette, just know this is all of them letting you know that your uncle just said to tell your uncle says doesn't say niece, tell my daughter. He calls you daughter. How at peace he is, and that he just said that he hears your prayers and loves your prayers. So you must pray. You have to. So make sure, Bernadette, you know that he's just thanking you and how much he loves those prayers. And he said everyone else is trying to grab them because they love the prayers. But you're so connected to your faith. That's what they love, and what gets you through so much, Bernadette. And I know you're so connected to your faith because this doesn't happen often. Maybe in all my readings, maybe 5 times. But I just saw Jesus behind you, which means that you are really, really connected to that faith. And you have, listen, you don't get any better than Jesus behind you. So you're in such a great place, Bernadette, and it's just your loved ones saying how much they love you. But all I keep hearing is how much they're thanking you, because they keep saying that you will do anything for everybody. That's who you are. That's who Bernadette is. So they all at the same time are hugging you, like like a huddle in a football game. They're all on top of you. And I said, I don't even think Bernadette can breathe. So it's just a beautiful way to say how much they love you. And I'm going to leave you with that, Bernadette. Thank you so much for calling. And I leave you with a lot of love. Okay.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much for the validation.
Oh, thank you, Bernadette. You have a great night.
You too.
Alrighty, bye-bye, and we'll be right back. Good afternoon, and welcome back to Through the Static. Mark just freaked me out. I know I've got to go quick for these calls, but he just said that there's a giant bug. This bug was like the size of a Mini Cooper walking on the wall, and I am petrified of bugs. It was like
now he tells me.
It was a huge centipede right to the left of me. I literally jumped with no shoes on and sort of almost ran behind Mark. So let me get myself back together for Spirit. Let's get to the next call. Hello, this is Steven, and sorry about hearing about my bug phobias. Who's this?
This is Lisa Marie. Hi, Steve. How are
you?
Hey,
Lisa. How are you? Lisa Marie.
Yes.
I'm glad that you called, and I'm glad that I get back to tune into Spirit because that bug freaked me out. Lisa Marie, that centipede was like, I'm telling you, it was like 5 feet. It looked like it was huge. Okay, Lisa Marie.
Did you let it live?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. I didn't. Well, let me just say I didn't do anything to it. I'm petrified of them. So, but I wouldn't be able to do or keep going with readings if that thing was still in here. So I don't know. Coach Helix left, and maybe he took it out to dinner. I don't know. All right, let me get back to you. Okay, so Lisa Marie, I have somebody in salute. So it's military. There's a flag outside the studio, and the first thing they tell me to look at is the flag. So I don't know if you have current family in the military, or this is like a grandfather who is in the military.
So that would be my dad.
Okay, so is Dad crossed?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a Marine.
Okay, so no, it's a nice way to let you know that first and foremost, Dad's stepping forward. So your father's interesting, very interesting, because he gave me he wants to validate a birthday or an anniversary, and I just said to him, all right, well, tell me the month. And he said it begins with an A. I've never had that in spirit, so there's either something in August or April that connects to you. Birthday, anniversary of crossing, but there's something.
So August there's my sister's birthday.
Okay. It probably is just him giving a nice validation. And also the 9th. The 9th? 9. I get 9, so...
So 9 just happened. It was actually my sister's daughter. Her birthday just passed on June 9th.
Oh my God! Wow. So this is your dad's all about your sister. Your sister's birthday, your sister's daughter's birthday. So it's just letting. And are there just 2 girls or 2 of you? Who's got the 2?
Yes, it's just me and my sister.
Okay, it's just Dad. Perfect. Dad just giving that validation. So and just the great thing is that Dad's saying you've got to make sure you tell your sister that he came through and giving validations for her birthday as well as his granddaughter's birthday. So
that's so cool.
Your father keeps telling me that someone's feeling really lonely. Like lonely. I don't know, Lisa Marie. I don't know if this is that like a significant other or spouse travels a lot and they're away, or someone's separated, or there's something that makes me feel like I look around the house and I'm alone. So does your sister have a significant other?
She does. She has, but he's there with her. It might be my significant other.
Okay. Is he away, or does he travel?
No, but right now he is pretty distant.
Okay.
Well, in the home.
Okay, I got it. So it's just, Lisa Marie, it's a way that Dad is just letting you know that he knows, what's going on. And what's the rose? Roses? Rose? This rose. Your father just said, just say rose of roses, because I can see like the rose bush. I don't know if someone connected to roses or a rose bush or rose tattoo, rose name.
So my sister and I have a tattoo with a cross and roses.
Oh my God! For your dad?
Yes.
Oh my God!
With his initials in the middle.
Oh my! That is so cool. I love the fact that your father. I told you he's different. Just said, just say Rose. She'll understand. So he's just giving that as a wonderful validation. More so to let you know that he knows about those tattoos. So your father also just keeps saying, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So however you want to take that. He's watching you. And remember, Lisa Marie, that spirit sees the future, so they know exactly what's going on. There was a car crash. Who had a car crash? I just saw a car like drive into like a pole. It doesn't mean that's the way it actually happened necessarily, but somebody was in a car accident.
Nobody that we know of.
It's never future stuff, so I don't want you to think, oh, my God, who's going to get into a car accident? Somebody connected to you, and it's not a car with car, Lisa Marie. It's a car hitting a tree, a pole. There's somebody, but they cross. Someone connected to you, or maybe your husband, significant other, or your sister, but somebody is driving, gets into an accident, and somebody in the car crosses. But it makes me feel like it's a little bit back. It's the past.
I don't even know right now.
Just keep it with you, Lisa Marie. And it's a boy who crosses. Because he's standing in front of me in spirit, and he's sort of waving, and it's a Kevin. There's a CK connected to him. He just wants to get validated. So it also could even be like school, when you were in school that this happened. But there's definitely he's jumping up and down saying she knows, she knows. Just please make sure you keep it with you, because they'll help you get there. So. If that makes sense. And the great thing, Lisa Marie, is that he just said, you know. So he's saying it's in your head. So, but I just don't know if it's connected to you or to your significant other or your sister, because your sister was a part of this with your dad coming forward. So I'm going to leave that with you, Lisa Marie. But thank you so much for calling.
Perfect. No, thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Lots of love. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
This is Karen.
Karen, how are you?
I'm good, Stephen, and you?
Good. Karen, when I was just talking to Lisa Marie about the person with the accident, is that something that connects with you?
Yes.
So it's someone that you were aware of? Was it a guy?
Yes.
Oh.
He didn't, but he didn't pass, so it couldn't be the same.
So, but wait a minute. So this guy was in a car accident, but
Actually, I'm sorry, Stephen. It wasn't a car accident. He had a bad accident, but it wasn't a car accident.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going like switching calls and someone else for you was coming through.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, but it's got to be for Lisa Marie. It's got to be that car accident, because I clearly saw that car going into a tree or a pole or a fence or something. So let me get to you. So Jim, who's Jim? John, Jim, George? Who's the J connected to you?
Maybe George.
Who's George?
Brother-in-law.
But is your brother-in-law crossed?
Yes.
Okay. So George, your brother-in-law, has a very funny sense of humor, because he just said, "What does she mean? Maybe it's my brother-in-law, George. It's George." So he's just
George, the clown.
He's just letting you know that it is him in spirit stepping forward. He's very funny, and he's just giving you a big shout out. He's just trying to make you laugh. So. Karen, I don't know if this is something current or this is something as you with as a kid, but what's the poison ivy deal? There's poison. I mean, I can see poison ivy all around me, and I'm scratching legs. Like there's something with poison ivy or poison oak or poison sumac. Do you understand that?
My sister had bad eczema.
I don't think it's eczema, because it's very clear that the way they're showing me these plants, so it's not eczema. It's either something, I never know sometimes when they give me things like poison ivy. Are they talking about something that just happened, this summer, last summer, or did it happen when you were 5 years old? I don't know. But it's something that they want to give as a reference. The one that had the bad accident that you said is still here, right? Still living?
He passed.
Oh, but where does
he didn't pass in a car accident.
No. Okay, so that's completely different. If he didn't have a car accident, that's still got to be with Lisa Marie. Where does the suicide come in?
I don't know.
Oh, Karen, you do? I just heard them say you do. Someone attempted, because I can see my symbol for someone who is attempting suicide. I just Bob, who's the B connected here to you?
Bob was my ex-husband.
Who's crossed?
He's crossed.
Okay. Think of his side. Somebody on his side, Karen, attempted suicide, was very, very depressed, and I just don't know, because now that your ex is here in spirit, I don't know if the one with the suicide actually committed suicide or just attempted. But there's suicide around. Sometimes, Karen, it's like if somebody also worked like in a place that people that have either like mental issues or something to do with suicide or something like that. But it's something connected to your ex. You said ex-husband, right?
Yeah.
So just make sure you keep it with you. They're telling me it feels like
mental health. My brother was an alcoholic, but that's really it.
No, it wouldn't be that. This is suicide. This is someone definitely attempting suicide, and it feels like it's going towards on your ex's side. So just make sure you keep it with you, because I'm sure something will come. And do you have a tattoo?
Yes.
I just heard someone just. But did you think about getting it like on your arm or wrist?
Oh, it's on my arm.
Oh, okay. So you didn't think about it. It's on your arm. All right. It's just your loved ones just giving that as a big shout out. I cannot get away from George. He's got a lot of love for you, and he's always with you. So I'm up against time. Karen, thank you so much for calling, and I'll leave you with lots of love.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay.
So the show is over. We're done. We're going to actually right now head over to the Elks so that I can give the deposit to confirm the 26th. But again, July 26th, go to my website, Stephen the Medium. Buy tickets now before, with the Crown Plaza, I get so many emails saying I try to buy tickets, but it was too late. So please, StephenTheMedium.com. Where can you get tickets for $25? It's going to be a raffle, free reading. It's going to be a great, great time. And July 6th is going to be here before you know it. So Stephen the Medium, you can see me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Coach Elix?
Coach Elix at gmail.com or Performance Coaching by Elix, or find me on Instagram, Facebook, and all of social media.
And thanks to Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
I almost died with that centipede on the wall that he pointed out, but other than that, we're good. So, Mark, thank you as always, and we'll see you next week with my guest host. How exciting.
I won't be here next week, so take care of Stevie. Bye.
Bye.